Today we are going to try and make a video of a simple ball bouncing on Photoshop. So you're going to use this in order to create your animated logos. So to start with, we're going to do something super basic, and we're going to try and make the ball bounce across the screen. So hopefully, all going well, it should end up looking like this. Oh no, I've just cooked myself. I should be able to bring myself back. Where's the float thing? Right, sorry, never mind that. Okay, so ball bounces across the screen like this. So in order to do this, we're going to create a new Photoshop document. We'll go print, and we're going to click A4. We'll make it landscape today, and click create. New page. We'll get rid of that timeline thing so it looks the same on your screen. So it should look like this. Then we need, I'm using a volleyball, so we're going to grab the volleyball. So I search for a volleyball. What you want to do is you want to click tools, and then you want to click type, or color, sorry, and choose transparent, because it's going to make your life a little bit easier. So choose a transparent volleyball. Choose whichever volleyball you want. I'm going to do this one. If it's not so fuzzy, is it going to be less fuzzy? It's kind of a crappy one. Let's try this one. Okay, copy, go back to Photoshop, paste. So I'm going to start the volleyball up here. So Control T to change the size of it, make it a little bit smaller. Volleyball on here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a series of layers with the volleyball coming down and then going back up, and then we're going to animate those layers. So I don't need this background layer, so I'm going to drag that to the trash can. And then I've just got this volleyball here on layer 1. To duplicate the layer, I drag it down to the plus. Okay, and now I've got a copy of this layer. So this one I'm going to move, and then I'm going to get another one. I'm going to move it again. So what I'm doing is I'm just dragging the top layer down to the plus, letting go, and then it pops up with a new layer. So there's two volleyballs on top of each other there. I click one and I move it. So I'm going to increase the gap a little bit as it goes down so the volleyball looks like it's going faster. And then I'm going to get fancy here and I'm going to squash that bottom one in a minute. Do that in a second. So I'm going to keep going, dragging these. So it looks like it's at the bottom of the page and it's coming back up. And then I'll make it go a little bit lower as it kind of bounces off the page like that. The bottom layer here, which I can work out which that one is by right clicking on the layer 4, this one here. I'm going to go Command T. I'm going to resize a little bit, but I'm going to hold down Shift. So I'm going to squash it. So just at the bottom, it looks like the volleyball compresses a little bit. You don't need to do this, but I want to try and make it look like it goes down, squashes, comes back up, bounces off the screen. Now, it's quite important that these are all in the right order. So if I turn them off one at a time, I can see that they are in the right order going down. And say this layer here was down the bottom, right? It's not actually going to go through and animate it nicely. So if you need to adjust where it is, so that one should be after that one, I would drag that back into the right place. So now you've got your setup. Now it's really easy to animate it. You go Window and turn on the timeline, which is down the bottom here. Once you've got the timeline on, this is what you're going to be working in this window. So we're going to create, on this little button there, we're going to create a frame animation. So we're not doing a video animation at the moment, we're doing a frame animation. So we click that, and then we're going to click that, and we now have a frame animation. What you're probably going to want to do, I want to drag this up so it's a bit bigger. Maybe I don't need to yet. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to create the animation from here. So we click this button, the lines there, and we go make frames from layers. Okay, so what Photoshop has done now is each one of our layers down here is is 1 frame. So if you looked really closely, I think I can zoom in on this animation, you can see that the ball is high over here and then it goes down towards the bottom and then it comes back up over here. So Photoshop has done that for you, and all these layers are now turned off. So don't mess with that at the moment. And then if I hit play, my ball very quickly moves across the screen. I'm going to stop it. So I want it to go a little bit slower. So if I click that one, so holding down Shift as I do it, so I select all of them. I can then hit this little arrow button and I can change the amount of time. So if I did 1 second, for example, each frame is going to stay there for 1 second, which is very slow. So Shift to select them all, little down button, so we'll try 0.1 of a second, then we'll hit play. So my ball is bouncing across the screen and will continue to bounce across the screen. Then it's just a case of saving this. So I think we can go File. I haven't tried to do this, so I'm just guessing here. So we want to export it as hopefully a GIF. Export as GIF. This may or may not work. Maybe not. I'll work out how to do that and then I'll tag something on to this video. Okay, so that's what you're trying to do. If you want to do something else, once you've cracked the ball, have a go at something else and see if you can make something bounce across the screen like that. If you have any questions, because I'm not here today, you can send me an email and I'll get straight back to you. Thank you.